play.
Man, one thing he's been able to do this last season is find ways to quicken that release. And now he can get that three off of the blink of an eye. He's a big, strong kid and doesn't need much room at all to let it fly. So, what an incredible weapon to have on offense.
Fires the three. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
LeBron with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from James.
If you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Thompson for the triple. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. LeBron against Green. No good from LeBron. Warriors leading by 8. It's Curry outside, and the shot is good. Curry's got 6.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 31-point game against Chicago.
They're absolutely stroking it from outside. I mean, textbook perfect. Good balance, nice high release, splash.
Curry can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 8. James with it. Now Green defending. And another 3 for Cleveland.
There's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, we can talk all we want about LeBron's incredible skill level, and that would be a day-long conversation. But he quite simply could be the most incredible physical athlete that I've ever seen, certainly playing basketball. And you could maybe take that to any sport. Strength, size, speed, endurance, quickness. He's got it all, and he brings the mentality that the great ones had.
Dishes it to Thompson. Fades away. Shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now. Irving passes to Mozgov. Beyond the arc. Smith outside. There's the pass to Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, "I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job." Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you. Timeout called the Cavaliers. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. To put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
It's amazing when you're playing during a season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
They grabbed their own miss.
Even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
Excellent work to turn that miss into 2 points on the tap-in.
Hustle points, I believe they called it.
Had great instincts, too. Just anticipating where the ball is heading. Great job there, beating everybody else to the ball.
He's certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his 3rd for the game, his 2nd in this quarter.
Shumpert gets a wide-open look. Here's Love. Curry against Irving. From outside, off the mark.
Tough three-point try there with a hand in his face.
Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Shumpert, no good. Here's Curry with the 3. That's good. Curry's got 12 in the game.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
Yes, Kevin, thank you.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Boy, you wonder how long he can continue to shoot the three ball as well as he has to this point. He's been lights out.
Steve, you know that as well as anyone, being the shooter you were. Sometimes you have those nights where the bucket looks 3 feet wide.
So on the floor for Cleveland, the two stars, LeBron and Love. At the 3 and the 4, Kyrie Irving is out there with J.R. Smith, and it's Mozgov in at the 5 down low. Back to Curry, out to Thompson for 3. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Thompson's got 40 points.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits. Well, it's really hard to find a more pure, accurate shooting stroke than Klay Thompson's. I mean, every season over 40% from distance, but he's working to diversify his offensive game. You know, he's posting up and using his ball handling skills to get inside something.
And Thompson worked hard on his explosiveness and finishing. He predicted, Steve, a poster dunk last season and delivered against Kyle Singler. Remember that for the Pistons?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, he's been trying to go inside more, and last year he thought, you know, he'd have to work at it to get to the line more. Only averaged about 2 free throw attempts per game for his career, so that's the next step for him to be more aggressive attacking.
It's stolen by Smith. Now Cleveland moving it up. Front of the ball.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Thompson misses.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
And the dunk by Smith.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
And he gets it to go.
You know, they've got to be careful not to give a shooter of his caliber open looks like that. 1 or 2 of those are all it takes to really get him going.
Now here's James. He's got 20, and that's going to be a travel. And what hot hands have been coming from the ranks of the small forwards this past month. A look at the leading shooting percentages for those players. In the third spot, Harrison Barnes.
Well, that is such an efficient group offensively. That's really the best way to describe them. Nothing forced, just solid, smart shots.
And at small forward, that's the only way to post that kind of percentage. I mean, just letting them fly from the perimeter isn't going to get it done. You got to get it inside some, too.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Well, J.R. Smith, a guy who can take your breath away with his talent one moment and then exasperate you the next. Unbelievable talent, but he can be erratic offensively, especially with his shot selection.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
That's his 3rd personal foul. 1st team foul.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Got that bucket in no time at all. Thompson's got 46 points.
He is just eating this team alive with his offense. It's been a matchup nightmare. Well, eventually he'll start knocking those down. Again, he did make 2 in the first half.
Second chance shot. Smith with the block. LeBron against Curry. James. That's good. James has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
The dish to Thompson. From deep, an absolute bomb from 3-point range. Thompson's got 49 points in the game. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Now Love inside and stolen by Barnes. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Green. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Draymond Green was the 35th pick back in 2012 and has made an impact thus far with his defense, rebounding, and great IQ for the game. And I like his competitive spirit, too. He helps you win in a lot of ways.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Kyrie Irving. And stolen by LeBron. And pushing it up is Cleveland. The Cavaliers again in transition. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back, only one player, think of this, only one player in NBA history to go triple digits. And that's the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, on March 2nd, 1962.
Yeah, 100 points. I mean, one of those records that stood a long time, and perhaps no player has so single-handedly dominated the game the way Wilt did.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
And Green, more of an offensive player at Michigan State. I think he's still adjusting to the added distance on the NBA three-point arc. But shot it really unbelievable.
The solo alley-oop. That's not something we see too often.
Timed it perfectly. You're right. And caught the defense totally off guard.
I remember Tracy McGrady doing that. First guy I ever saw pull that off.
And the officials call a traveling violation. The Cavaliers trail by 10. We've got 1:48 left in the third. Trying his luck deep. Livingston, no luck. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
1:35 left in the third quarter. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
That's really a good picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. I mean, they're being way too casual with the ball.
Yeah, it's going to cost them if they keep it up. They need to get back to playing efficient basketball.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Some changes for Golden State. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. The Warriors, number 1. In third, the Cavaliers.
Guys, these are 2 of the hottest scoring teams we've seen in the league right now, and they are both absolutely lighting it up. You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it from there.
Smith dishes to James. The second chance effort. Goes up again, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And now a look at the rankings for LeBron. Second in scoring, and as a distributor, he's been really effective, ranking in the top 10 in assists.
And, Steve, you look at that scoring average. I mean, he's been fantastic. Absolutely one of the most dangerous, lethal scorers in the NBA right now.
So he comes up empty at the line, and it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 15-6 run.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from beyond the arc.
That's right. I think it's time for them to start closing down. You've got to run shooters off that three-point line.
Thompson for the triple. Offensive rebound. Lets the 3 fly. Thompson left side. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Irving's checked in for Smith. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 12 points and also a couple of rebounds. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
Yeah, just on the strength of his defense alone, he would have stood out, but his offense has been outstanding as well.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him. Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I'd say that is an easy